The Nimitz-class aircraft carrier is the U.S. Navy's superweapon. The Nimitz-class aircraft carrier is unquestionably a symbol of American might and power projection abroad. Here's what you need to remember. While the last of the Nimitz-class carriers has been commissioned, and the class will eventually be replaced by the Gerald R. Ford class, these 10 carriers will still strike fear into potential U.S. adversaries for many years to come. At 1,092 feet, the Nimitz-class supercarriers are more than 3 times the length of a football field, and with a crew of 3,200 sailors and 2,480 airmen, these are essentially floating cities. The lead ship of the class, USS Nimitz, nicknamed Old Salt, was commissioned in May 1975, was named after Admiral Chester Nimitz, who led the U.S. Navy through the Second World War. The ship was first deployed to the Indian Ocean during the Iran hostage crisis and has since logged untold miles, providing security at the 1988 Seoul Olympic Games and later service in the Persian Gulf after Operation Desert Storm. Most recently, USS Nimitz was deployed against ISIS in Iraq and Syria, where her F.A-18s took part in the Battle of Afar in 2017. A total of 10 Nimitz-class carriers have been built, and the last of the class, USS George H. W. Bush, was commissioned in January 2009. These nuclear-powered carriers, which have 2 reactors and 4 shafts for propulsion with a top speed of 30+ knots, 34.5 miles per hour, were the largest warships in the world until the USS Gerald R. Ford, the lead ship of her class of carriers, entered service in 2017. Each of the Nimitz class has an expected 50-year service life with 1 midlife refueling. These warships, which have a displacement of 102,000 tons, were all built by Huntington Ingalls Industries Newport News Shipbuilding, now Northrop Grumman Ship Systems, based in Virginia at a unit cost of approximately $8.5 billion. Each carrier has approximately 60 aircraft on board, and this includes a variety of fixed-wing and rotary-wing aircraft with up to 90 of various types. Typical aircraft on a Nimitz-class carrier include 12 F.A-18E, F Hornets, 36 F.A-18 Hornets, 4 E-2C Hawkeyes and 4 EA-6B Prowlers fixed-wing and helicopters, including 4 SH-60F and 2 HH-60H Seahawks. In addition, the carriers could also deploy the S-3B Viking, before these were phased out and replaced the F.A-18E, F Super Hornet. The flight deck, which measures 1,092 feet by 252 feet, is equipped with 4 lifts, 4 steam-driven catapults and 4 arrestor wires. The carriers are capable of launching 1 air every 20 seconds. The air wings of the carriers are customized according to the nature of operations, with the usual air wings replaced with 50 Army helicopters on the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower for its operations in Haiti in 1994. Similar considerations can be made when a carrier is used for disaster response and humanitarian assistance. In addition to the aircraft, the mostly recently built Nimitz-class carriers are now armed with 3 Raytheon GMLS Mk-29 8-cell launchers for NATO Sea Sparrow surface-to-air missiles, which has semi-radar terminal guidance. There are also 4 Raytheon General Dynamics 20mm Phalanx 6-barreled Mk-15 close-in weapon systems that have a 3,000 revolutions per minute rate of fire. While the last of the Nimitz-class carriers has been commissioned, and the class will eventually be replaced by the Gerald R. Ford class, these 10 carriers will still strike fear into potential U.S. adversaries for many years to come.